What's going on YouTube? Stocks by the numbers. Welcome back. Wanted to do a quick video as per request of Bakkt Holdings, I'm assuming. BKKT listed here at New York Stock Exchange. Now the company closed $1.46 a share, up 1 cent, 0.69% on the day. $1.08 a share, 52-week low, 379 high. And as we see, we had a big bounce here right after the bull dropped, and then we've kind of been bouncing around. Everyone's talking about a potential short squeeze. And again, that is what I call lazy investing, in my opinion. You're basically just buying stocks with higher short interest, not knowing why they're short. They have high short interest or why everyone's betting against them, and you're basically just hoping for your GameStop moment where the stock goes from here $1.46 up to like $12, and you can make 10 times your money. Even though if you were in the right place at the right time with some of the other stocks that we spoke about on this channel, you could have not only made 50-60% off the stock move itself, but of course, if you wanted to step in and play some of the options on some of these moves we've been seeing over the last several months, I'm sure you could have done very well for yourself, and you would have eliminated the guesswork, you would have eliminated the stress and the volatility of watching a situation like this. So, long story short, basically this is like a Robin Hood. They also used to offer gift cards and whatnot. They used to have the app. Now they have Bakkt Access. And now you can view cash and crypto balances on your phone and your tablet and whatnot. Okay, awesome. You can buy and sell crypto. You can deposit and withdraw cash from your account, debit card. There you go. Access crypto for tax purposes. Very nice of them. But this is interesting. Look at this. So you used to be able to send cash and crypto to a friend through the app. Now you can't do that anymore. You used to purchase and manage gift cards, which I thought was pretty interesting. A little twist when compared to some of their competitors. You used to be able to do it. Now you can't do it anymore. Link loyalty programs and track points. Used to be able to do it. Now you can't do it anymore. Apparently this Wyndham Rewards thing was only on the app. Now you can't do it anymore. And open and manage a Bakkt Visa debit card. I'm sure that was probably pretty handy for a lot of people using the app when it first started out. Now you can't do it anymore. So a lot of the things that you used to be able to use the platform for, or app, you now can't use it for on the current platform, right? So that's one thing. Second of all, if we go back here, we can just see how dismal the stock has been doing. But for some reason, people are hoping for a short squeeze. I don't get it. Remember, like I always say, you have to understand the why. And in my opinion, the why their short interest of 15.5% float is because the company kind of sucks, right? So again, you're kind of, you're hoping for this situation. You need to find a company that is financially stable. That's why I constantly talk about Verizon, because, promise me when I tell you, one day Verizon will pop out of this downtrend, and everyone will realize they are beating them up, and the stock is easily going to go back to like $47, $52 a share, where it was for many, many, many years, basically trading and holding those levels. So that's why you're better off finding a company that is financially stable. And a situation like this, yeah, they're coming in above estimates. Okay, a couple of million came in above estimates, very nice. Revenue grew to 13.7 million. Up, then we dropped to 12.5. They estimated 13.6. They just posted 13.7, but then they only come in with 12.5. Okay, fine, rough quarter. 13.9 estimates. Oh no, we only did 13.6. Okay, could have used that last quarter. Now you're up to 14.1 million. Oh no, sub 13 million. Now you're up to, you should be doing close to 16 million. They posted 15.6. Pretty good jump, still below estimates. And now as of last quarter, you can see the company missed by about $1.5 million. So it seems like they're struggling to maintain even that $13 million mark per quarter. So, that's why it really makes me laugh, man. Market cap $400 million. The company's losing $7.50 per share. They missed or beat, however you want to look at it, 2 of the last 4 quarters on the EPS side. Annual revenue grew slightly from sub 40 million to 54.5 million. Quarterly, of course, you can see, again, kind of sporadic. But of course, more importantly, the fact that they lost, $10 for every dollar that they made, and people are sitting here like, why is the short interest going up for this stock? So, that's why, again, I appreciate the fact that you guys are trying different strategies, and after GameStop, everyone's jumping into the short interest stocks to try to force Wall Street into a stock squeeze. Just remember what they did last time, right? You remember the fact that they, shut down everyone's accounts, and you were only able to like sell one share of GameStop while the institutions were able to get the positions off of their balance sheet before the stock got out of control, right? Y'all don't recall that? So that's why if something like this really does happen, you might not even be able to sell and take advantage of the situation. So, again, I know I'm beating some of you up here, but I respect the fact that everyone's trying this new little strategy, and of course, it could work with certain companies. But in my opinion, first of all, the float that is shorted is only 15.5% of the float. That's not even high, right? If it was like 45.5%, then we can say, hey, we got something going on here. So it's bubbling, it's brewing, it's percolating. Okay, fine, respect. 15% of the float shorted on a company that was overvalued from day one, and in my opinion is still overvalued. That's why, everyone's hoping for this pop to happen, when in reality it really shouldn't. And I really don't understand this strategy of like buying crappy companies and forcing a short squeeze, because again, if it does get out of control, they will just shut down everyone's accounts and protect themselves, like we already saw. Right? So you already got screwed over, yet you're still looking for these strategies. But on the flip side, you're not understanding this as an investor. You're not understanding the actual numbers, the actual value of the stock, of the company. This stock should be lower. It should have a high short interest. This company is worse than Robinhood. And you know how I feel about Robinhood. It should be $2. So how can you tell me that this should go anywhere but down? Again, losing $10 more, $11 almost, for every dollar that they're bringing in. The company's not even growing revenue. They had one good quarter here and still missed on expectations. They're hemorrhaging money like crazy. $54 million for the year, market cap $400 million, so they're trading almost 8 times yearly revenue. We see companies with significantly better numbers that are not trading 8 times. Can you imagine if all the great stocks we looked at all of a sudden traded 8 times yearly revenue? You'd all be retired inside of 12 months with all the companies that we looked at, that I brought to the table, that I gave my opinion on, that are already moving, right? They're already moving. We look at companies like Rolls-Royce, SoundHound, right? These companies they had runs of over 50% for us. Yet, for some reason, there's still people on Reddit saying, oh, look at XYZ, the short interest is going up. Oh, we should just pile in. No, why? Why? And the whole time you're waiting, you're stressing out, you're giving yourself a freaking heart attack, you're watching the volatility of the stock, all of a sudden it drops down to new lows randomly when you thought the squeeze would happen. Now you're getting screwed over by people in some freaking forum. And like I said, even if the short squeeze does happen, inverted potential head and shoulders, boom, we pop out of here, we start running. Again, if it's really going to screw over the big boys, they're simply going to take the trading out of your hands and then take care of themselves, and then you guys can pick up the scraps. That's what I'm saying. It's really not even worth it. You're better off just jumping on the bandwagon and riding the wave of stocks that we know are going to do better. So the numbers, in my opinion, are not adding up here. The platform, again, looks like they had a couple of interesting things here, and now they no longer offer them on the platform. Everywhere on the website, it's like, oh, you can manage your crypto and your loyalty. Like, they mention loyalty all over this website. And I have no idea what that has to do with anything. I have no idea what this company is really doing. This is like, again, this is like some sort of spastic Robinhood platform I'm looking at here, with just very low trickling in revenue. And again, people are talking about a potential short squeeze. I mean, I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know if personally, in my opinion, I approve of this strategy, because you really shouldn't be doing it. And again, you guys nailed it with GameStop. It was a phenomenal call. Again, an anomaly. I keep saying an anomaly, with 107% of the float shorted. It was or it was more than that. It was like 116%. 116%, I don't even remember. But at the end of the day, this company, number one, in my opinion, deserves to be down. Number two, should be lower. Number three, only has a short interest of 15.5%. That's what I'm saying. If it was 65.5%, then we could say, oh, we have something going on, something could happen. Okay, fine. 15% of the float shorted? I just don't understand. I really don't understand. And again, if they really wanted to, if it does run and start exploding back up to $30, $40, they will simply take the control out of your hands so that you cannot secure these profits. Or even if you do secure profits, it won't be anywhere near what you could have made when they let you resume trading. And that's why I'm saying I really just don't understand it. But, you know, it looks like the MACD has been slowly climbing for the last couple of weeks. The stock has been actually slipping, kind of remaining flat, but bouncing and staying above this mid-Bollinger Band here. Closed at 146, above 50-day moving average of 145, so we could have a little bit of a run here into the 150s. 200-day moving average is just slowly, consistently decreasing, now sub $2, down to $1.79. RSI rising up to about 54.25, not quite up to 70 yet. That's why I'm saying we could run up to like $1.55, $1.60, and then begin to start pulling back. But again, just my opinion. Looking at the weekly here, RSI sub 46, still has room to grow. You could see the tightening here happening in the Bollinger Band, but my only concern is the last time we had a tightening right back here, the stock fell off a cliff. And I know a lot of people are waiting for an explosion. So even if you see here, the stock was here with the tightening and then fell off the cliff, and yeah, it had that big pop in early 23, but look, it really only got back to where it was at the tightening, right? So again, look, you know, we begin falling, we have the big drop, it pops back to like half of where it was, and we begin falling, and now we're rising back to like half of where we were, right? And now we're going to fall and rise back to half of where we were, right? You understand what I'm saying? So that's why, in my opinion, this company can easily hit new 52-week lows before it has this supposed short squeeze. But hey, that's just my opinion. You know, we looked at Robinhood. You know, I was, again, a licensed professional in the financial industry. So when I look at an online trading platform that for some reason is not making money or losing $2 or $3 for every dollar that they bring in, still aren't profitable, and are still, you know, inconsistent with revenue, that's why I just can't understand a situation like Robinhood and how they're even having it maintain $8 or $9 a share this entire time, because again, it should be like $2 or $3 a share in my opinion. So if we know that a bigger player in the same exact space doing this same exact thing is struggling and should be lower, how can you tell me this company deserves a short squeeze? Right? Not only should this stock go from $1.46 down to like $1, sub-dollar in my opinion, but even Robinhood, more established, doing what? Hundreds of millions in let's look it up. Let's look it up. Here we go. Up. Look at that. Yep, had a nice up day. Look, see, I thought we saw a bear flag, and instead the company absolutely just popped out and broke out. I understand debt ceiling news came out, but it just makes me laugh because, again, the company basically maintains between that like $8 and $10 range no matter what the heck is going on. And we have a market cap of $8.4 billion. This company has been around 4 years. 4 years. It's been 2 years. Look at all these reds. 2 of 4 beats, 2 of 4 misses. Look at this. Look at this. They went from a less than $300 million to $950 million in revenue to $1.84 billion in revenue to $1.38 billion in revenue. And again, revenue has been increasing, but of course, somehow the more money that they make, the more money that they lose. And again, going back, look, $1.38 billion to $8.4 billion. Right? I mean, think about that. What's that, like 6-7 times yearly revenue right there. And this company is bringing in billions of dollars. And in my opinion, should be significantly lower than 934. But yet a situation like this, where the company is bringing in tens of millions, trading 8 times yearly revenue, you guys want higher on a short squeeze. And again, if you're involved and you're waiting for that short squeeze, if it does happen and they don't freeze accounts and you all make money hand over fist, I am so happy for you. I really do wish everyone makes money every day. But at the end of the day, you shouldn't make money with this one. You probably shouldn't have bought it. I don't know why people are talking about it. I'm not seeing the allure here. And again, trying to force a short squeeze, I don't know. I don't know. Even if it does happen, you might not be able to take advantage. They might just freeze accounts. Who knows? Who knows? So, again, I know a lot of people want to talk about this because everyone wants to talk about these trendy stocks, or they're talking about this in a Discord. They're talking about this on Wall Street Bets, and it's great to constantly look at and talk about all different names and look at all different strategies and options. Abso-freaking-lutely. Absolutely. But a company like this doesn't deserve to have a squeeze here. I'm just not seeing it. I think the 15.5% float that is shorted is justified. I actually think that's a low number. But again, if this is in your guys' crosshair and they see that the short interest is rising and they don't want to get it out of control, then I can understand why they haven't loaded the boat yet with the short. You understand? So they might just continuously just bleed this one down. And you might wake up, who knows, 6 months, 9 months from now, and the stock's down at like 88 cents, and now you're just pissed off at the world, nothing's working out. I have no idea. I really have no idea. But in my opinion, I would not be a buyer here, even with the potential short squeeze. And I don't know. If you are hoping for that short squeeze and you want to get involved and it's intriguing to you, I would wait for at least a 30 or 40 cent sell off, because if it hit 108, chances are it could probably hit it again or potentially go lower because the numbers aren't there to back it up. So I don't know. Like, I guess if you were asking me, should you get involved? If you have a couple of extra bucks, right? Extra. Then yeah, I guess you can roll the dice and buy some shares and see if it works out for you. No problem. However, again, could probably get this for significantly cheaper than $1.46. And if you can end up saving yourself, 40 cents a share, yeah, you say it, oh yeah, 40 cents. However, again, we're talking what, like 35% of current price. So that's the loss you would not incur by buying now as opposed to waiting. But hey, sometimes I say that I like companies and people tell me I don't know what I'm talking about, and other times I say I would stay away from a stock and people tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. So you might agree with me here. You might think I don't know what I'm talking about. But hey, if you have anything to add on the situation, drop it down in the comments section. I'm sure anyone who's been watching this or keeping an eye on this will appreciate any extra info you can bring to the table. But again, I gave my spin on it. Whatever you do with this information is entirely your own prerogative. And again, if a lot of people are involved and I'm just, one of the lone wolves on the opposite side of the fence, that's fine too. But again, if there are that many people involved, then I do hope it does come to fruition and work out for everybody. But I'll end it there. So stocks by the numbers. Thanks for stopping by. Like the video, thumbs up, share the video, algorithm. Subscribe to the channel, means a lot to me. Moving forward, I understand that markets are rocky and they're volatile and they're very uncertain. So I want to wish everyone success. I hope everyone makes a couple of dollars. I want to thank you guys for stopping by. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.